Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is MMADraft.com. I am Frank Trigg in the Don Best Studios here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And yes, that extremely handsome man on the other side of the camera is Phil Davis. Phil, how you doing, bud?
I'm good. How are you?
Can't complain. You know how it goes. I see that you're on the TV circuit, the media circuit, and you're making your rounds right now, getting ready for your upcoming fight.
Yep.
What's next? Let's talk a little bit about your next fight.
My next fight is December 29th against Forrest Griffin, former UFC champion. Great guy, funny guy, big time slugger. Just really durable. So it should be a good fight.
Obviously, you're from your huge, long, celebrated wrestling background. To you, a fight is a fight. It's just another match that we have going on. You could be your best friend. It could be your worst enemy. It makes no difference. Business has to get done. With you and Forrest fighting each other, it's going to be more of a comedy hour than what we've seen with Chael and like Anderson Silva, where both guys were after each other's throat. You guys are going to be, it's going to be like Laurel and Hardy.
Right. That's how it's going to go down. We're going to, the funnier man will win. That's the way it's going to go down. The funnier man's going to win.
No.
On December 29th.
What's going to happen with this space? Like, we get out there and you're going to be in a position. Maybe you have to be in a spot to kind of get an armbar on Forrest and have to break his arm to make him stop. You might have to choke him completely unconscious to make him stop. You're going to be able to put the humor aside and be able to finish him off.
To me, fighting is funny. When I see somebody get punched in the face, that's funny to me. So, it sort of, I get serious to fight time, but it's never all serious and no fun.
Well, a lot of people that see you on TV and they're going to hear this interview, they think you're a little bit too nice. Like, how can you be such a good fighter and be so nice and be so nonchalant about it? When most guys, you talk about like the Diaz brothers or any other guy you want to talk about, like they're all mean and angry and have to kill the world. How do you make it work by being such a nice guy all the time?
Fighting to me isn't about, anger and rage. I don't act out of fear or anger. To me, it's sport. I do it just like a doctor. Normally, punching someone in the face is just it's not very cool. Same thing if I were a doctor, cutting someone's skin open that's not cool.
Right.
But if it's your job and you're a doctor, you got to go to do surgery and you got to cut someone open. It's okay. Same thing. I just approach it as a professional and. No hard feelings. I just got to do what I got to do, and it's fun.
Okay. I like your attitude towards fighting, and obviously I've followed your career for a long time because as a wrestler, you coming through Penn State and then coming out and just beating everybody up. It's fun to watch you fight. But let's talk about the importance of a website like MMA Draft. Like, how important is something like this for the amateur guys to get known and get going on with before they start their pro career?
It's extremely important. A lot of guys come to me and ask me, how to get their boys into MMA. What's the best base to start with? At what age did you get started wrestling? How did you do this? How did you do that? It's just a million questions people have, and the question that they're really asking is, how do I get from where I'm at now to where you are? That's the question that they're really asking, and that's the usefulness of MMA Draft is that you have these resources available to you, and you'll have coaches, other athletes that are looking to get into MMA there, and you can look, compare, and just kind of see what's going on in the world of MMA. Amateur sports.
One of the things I like too about MMA Draft is that there's going to be the ability for guys that have like 10 amateur fights or 20 amateur fights to talk to each other and go, look, I'm thinking about going pro. What do you think? Hey, I'm going pro for my first fight. I'm going to get paid this amount of money underneath this promotion. Is that fair? Is that not fair? Because a lot of these guys aren't going to have representation. They're not going to have the Phil Davises and the Uriah Fabers and the Frank Triggs to help them out. They're going to have nobody but their mom and their dad and nobody but their karate coach that's they've been with since they were 6 years old. So MMA Draft really puts a space for them to go, look, this is a fair wage for what you're about to do, and this promoter will take care of you and the check will clear until you get a bigger name where you can actually get real representation.
That's exactly what it comes down to. The world needs to get I keep saying the world's getting smaller and smaller, and the internet just makes it so much smaller.
Yeah.
And that's really what we need to do is just continue to have good communication amongst athletes, amongst parents, and even promoted athlete. Just to say, oh, okay, this is what that guy's getting paid, or for his pro debut. Oh, okay, well, he was. I was a four-time karate national champion, and I was a Pennsylvania state wrestling champion. Is that fair to me? No, maybe you deserve more. And the more you communicate with other athletes, the more you'll be able to answer a lot of your questions.
Got it. Okay, well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is Phil, Mr. Wonderful Davis, fighting Forrest Griffin on December 29th. I'm Frank Trigg here in Don Best Studios, and this is MMADraft.com. Talk to you guys soon.